Today's segment is sponsored by the University of St. Francis. I am outside of the University of St. Francis Music Technology Center, and I'm going to learn more about their different concentrations of music that they offer their students, and also dive deeper into their brand new hip hop and R&B concentration program. Are you ready? Let's do it. Joining me now is the Program Director of Music Technology, Miles Fulwider. Hi, Miles.
Hi.
How's it going?
Going well. How are you?
Doing well, thank you. So we are here on this beautiful campus, being able to explore throughout your music halls. And I would like for you to share with us a little bit more about your music technology program.
Sure. So our music technology consists of a number of different concentrations that allow students to focus and specialize in areas that are interesting to them, as well as explore other opportunities that might expose them to things that other possible career paths. So within our music technology program, we have now 6 different concentrations, which is a little bit of what we're going to discuss today. But our first concentration is our recording, engineering, and production, and that's for students that want to be doing this, being in this kind of an environment and living in the studio, producing music. We have a concentration that focuses on that. We have also a concentration that focuses in post-production and sound design. So anything for picture, post, video games, those types of media creation. We have a live sound and event production concentration. And within that, students also get the experience of doing live events, but they also understand things like stagecraft and lighting and some of those other disciplines that they might not necessarily be directly related to, but working in tandem with those types of departments.
Right.
We have a music industry concentration, and that's less on the technical side, but more on the mechanics of how the business work. How do royalties work, management, touring, promotion, those types of things. And then we have one of our most popular concentrations is something that's unique to us, what we call contemporary artist development and musicianship.
Okay.
And so that is where it's 2023, and what does it mean to be a professional musician or an artist today when you have a different landscape? You have people that have very vibrant careers that maybe they don't actually give live performance. They've utilized social media and these different platforms and have a very strong community as a result of that. So, or you also have people that are wanting to be session musicians or touring bands. And so that concentration focuses on those different aspects and looking at all those things equally. And so many of our students are artists themselves and wanting to develop themselves artistically, but also as a musician or a producer or those kinds of things.
Yeah.
And then our most recent concentration, which is what we're really excited about launching this year, is our concentration in hip hop and R&B, which is what we just launched this fall, which is really exciting because now this year we celebrate 50 years of hip hop.
Yes.
And so it's timely for us to create something like that, and again, put the framework around that and let students really explore and study that aspect as well.
Right. And as I listen to your different areas of concentration, what really sparks my attention is the fact that it sounds really unique and different, because I think when people assume a music program, you think, okay, it is actually the performers, right? The people that play the instruments, use their vocal cords, people who direct or maybe conduct, and all of those areas. But the technical side opens up our education and knowledge to there's so much more that goes into it, right? There's people behind the booth, and I love that you all allow for people to focus, have a passion for music, but maybe not a passion for singing, so they can use it through a different way, or maybe
it's a good example.
Talent.
No, it's true, and within music education, I think the thing that we do really well is that there's a certain model associated with that, and we feel we've really broken that open in a sense, where we have such an eclectic nature of our students. So within that, things that even extend outside of our program is we have other really strong programming at the institution. And so our students are working within other programs, whether it's within animation or film and these other areas. So students get that cross pollination, if you will, of those other disciplines and working with students and things, but really that eclectic nature in the sense that it's just really exciting to have students that come from such a variety of backgrounds and experiences, and then being able to work and develop them over 4 years and helping them pursue that passion, whatever that is, and prepare them for that. So that's what I think that's what we do well.
Okay, that's awesome. So Miles, you mentioned the hip hop and R&B concentration for your new program. So tell me all about it.
So what this is this is an area that many of our students work within hip hop and R&B, and it's quite frankly one of the largest grossing genres that exist. And interestingly enough, that there's not a lot of structured study around that within a program like this. And so for us, we have so many students that work within those genres. We wanted to create a concentration that focused on that, on the production, the study, the understanding. It's interesting because this is where we're celebrating, everybody's celebrating 50 years of hip hop now. And when you think about that as far as a musical style, we're coming up on almost 100 years of what would be considered rock and roll. And so thinking about 50 years is not a long time for a musical style. And so we wanted to create an area of study where students can understand it and create content in that discipline.
I love that, because really it's an important category. It really does impact so much of our culture, and it is so normal for us to hear, okay, we have classical or contemporary, like you said, jazz, and these specific concentrations, but you don't really hear the hip hop and R&B concentration. So I think that you all are doing something really cool and innovative through this program. And so what is your big launch? How will you all be really facilitating this program this year?
So that began this fall, and the big crowning component of this is we started an artist in residence position. And what this has entailed is we have brought on Willie Green, who is a producer and engineer, Professor Green for all the students, but he's an incredible hip-hop producer and engineer, and is really credited with being the sonic architect of art rap. And not only is he skilled in the production side, but he's also an artist himself. And then the other element that also makes him so influential and powerful for us is that he's an amazing teacher. And so it's one thing to be able to do all of those things, but then to be able to share that knowledge and that experience and inspire and instruct. Professor Green does all of those things, and so we're really excited to have him on board. And so he's been teaching in a hybrid capacity, and then he comes out and conducts workshops and some lectures and presentations each semester as well in person that the students as well as the community are invited to participate in. The first being November 1st, there will be a lecture, a public lecture on North Campus, the auditorium at 6 p.m. November 1st, where Willie's going to be giving a presentation about his experience and his work, and also just, again, 50 years of hip hop and how all those things converge. And so that'll be a public event as well that students and public can connect with Willie and have that conversation.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much, Miles, for this information. Congratulations on the new program and the many years that you bring to this school.
Thank you.
Absolutely. If you would like more information about the University of St. Francis Music Technology Program, we'll have their website listed below, and we'll be right back. Today's segment is sponsored by the University of St. Francis.